Good evening, afternoon, good night, Raven fans, Oriole fans. Thank you very much for joining us here for our post game here with Driving to the Top Productions and Ravery Sports Podcast. With our post game of that debacle tonight on Russell Street, where the Bengals basically beat up the Ravens tonight 32-14 as well. Like and subscribe to all of our social media content. First of all, let me be the last, since we're here a little bit after midnight here on the next day, early Friday morning. Thank you again. I said it last night before. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Find one reason to be thankful as well as we go into, as we finish this year and go into 2026. So thank all of you. I tell my daughters that all the time. Find one reason to say something nice about your sibling. So now find one reason out here to be thankful for everything that you have. Now, we can be thankful about those things, but the result, obviously, none of us are very thankful for that. Real quick, Genesis Notary Services /Facebook if you're in Winchester, Virginia. If you know, you know. So definitely check that out as well. BraverySports.company.site is the flagship. There were links everywhere tonight for our fanatics. So definitely check that out. There are links still there. Black Friday sales on fanatics as well. Black Friday sales also too on the BraverySports.company.site. Y'all looking for that gift, especially Ravens hats or Orioles hats or anything, or jerseys, all that stuff. If you don't see it on our site, you'll definitely see it on Fanatics. Use our links. So you're able to get those merchandise as well. And see Charles Harris, we are Legal Shield. Definitely for your business, Legal Shield will definitely be a great resource for you as well. If you really want to save money and work on your legal and really need help with your legal, especially you business owners here, the beginning of the year is a great time to get stuff together and do that. All right, on with the mess. Lamar just wasn't good tonight. I don't know. I didn't think he was good last week. and he wasn't good. He wasn't as good. I'm sorry. So Lamar wasn't good last week in the first half. He wasn't good. He struggled with his accuracy throwing the football. The lack of practice shows. He looked tentative and unsure of himself. I mean, when I looked at it tonight and I was getting ready for this, when I looked at the stats, Lamar Jackson is probably one of the most accurate passes I've seen. You look at since he's come back, the first game against the Dolphins, quarterback rating 143.2. Vikings game 87.7. Browns game 47.6. Jets game 76.9. Tonight 65.1. No touchdowns in 3 weeks. Only one TD pass, and that was in the Vikings game the week before that. Not good. This guy's not healthy. This is not Lamar we're seeing, and he just looks like he's sailing a lot of footballs when he's throwing them. A lot of this accurate stuff. Stuff he usually hits on the hands, and I think this is why you're seeing guys bobble stuff because they're getting ball placement they're not used to, and so that's been an issue here. So I don't know what you do. I mean, obviously you just hope that Lamar gets better here. But definitely, I think if he does, this period of it will help because he hasn't really practiced. I think it's somewhat intentional. He hasn't had a full week of practice in a while, and some of that is true that messes with the timing and all that stuff. So hopefully you have a little mini bye after a Thursday game, and he can get himself right and get himself squared away. Ravens turnovers and mistakes proved costly. Isaiah Likely end zone fumble swung momentum away from Baltimore. Lamar Jackson had 2 fumbles and an interception, both losing time of possession and turnover battles ultimately cost the game. 5 turnovers tonight for the Ravens. Not going to work. Lamar definitely would terrible tackle late in the game, early in the game. A terrible fumble early in the game. I think that was more arguable than they saw in the broadcast. It looked like you could have called that. They'd have called that just an incomplete pass, that little short drop there, but they called it fumble. I think the initial call was fumble, so they went ahead and called it fumble as well. But another interception, dropped by Zay Flowers, etc. 5 turnovers. Mike Tirico did say this. He did get this right. You don't turn it over 5 times to the other team and win the game and expect to win the game. So I think that was it. The Likely, though, at the end zone really, really swung the momentum. I thought that was. I mean, he just gets that ball in an inch later, and you score more, and that changes the whole complexion. But they had too many mistakes tonight. Maybe it didn't in retrospect, but I really thought that at the time was really bad as well. Lack of consistent pass rush hurt him again against a high-level quarterback like Joe Burrow. Quality quarterbacks make defenses pay when pressure doesn't turn into disruption as well. Kyle Van Noy has been really quiet in recent weeks. Mike Green and Draymond Jones had generate pressure, but not enough impact plays. I don't know where Van Noy's been. He's been quiet. He hasn't done much of anything the last few weeks. People are lauding the pass rush. I see Green is getting pressure, but he's not getting home. That doesn't work. You could get constant pressure, and in the NFL, you need to take the guy and get him to the ground. At times, you're not going to all the time. These quarterbacks, especially you have a guy like Burrow, is going to get away from. He's going to know how to do that, but he's not doing it enough. And when you get that close all the time, a good quarterback is going to make you pay. Last few weeks, they've kind of gotten away from him because you didn't have a really good quarterback they were playing. Now you have a guy like Burrow. It showed tonight. The score could have been worse. They kept kicking field goals, and they paid for it as well. So the lack of pass rush, I thought, showed in this game. They didn't get away from it. Wind me up and let me go. My God. Henry Jones saw his first action of the season. They put him on the side of Andrew Voorhees. While Falele, Somebody was lighting me up on Twitter earlier for saying that. Why did you complain? Oh, okay. So as soon as that happened, Daniel Falele gets beaten, costs Lamar the turnover. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, this was immediately beaten and led to a Lamar Jackson turnover. Guys, I'm gonna challenge you right now. I'm gonna take the graphic down. I'm gonna look here in the camera real good. I'm gonna challenge you out here. Jeff Zrebeck, Cole Jackson, Luke Jones, all of you at the presser tomorrow. I want every single one of you to ask why Daniel Falele is still starting. All of you guys. Look right in the camera. Guys, don't let ball. I mean, this is crazy. Maybe it's just me, but Node Boom has been deactivated. But Voorhees lost snaps tonight, right? You had Ben Cleveland deactivated, but this guy just continues to be terrible. Explain some. I mean, I've been watching it for 2 seasons now. 2 seasons, this guy is tackling his own teammates and tackling his own and getting and playing good defense, even though he plays offense. I mean, what are we doing? Somebody asked him. Look right, you right there. All you Ravens reporters, I want every single question to be about the offensive line. I don't know what to say. I was in shock that they didn't. Your quarterback now is banged up, so now this stuff is really coming to light. All right, it's hard to understand why Falele's struggles haven't led to a benching and baffling. I don't. Unbelievable. Ravens fell to the Bengals in a surprising upset, dropping their record to 6-6. Turnovers and missed opportunities, allowing the Cincinnati to capitalize and steal the win. They just weren't ready to play tonight. I mean, Ravens, I think, just the open mic. A couple guys were kind of surprised I wasn't more excited about the wins, even though we were winning, because all the things I saw tonight in the loss were there in the wins. Everything I saw, lack of pass rush, line play, kind of getting away with it as well. Saw some good things. Derrick Henry still kind of chugging along. Zay Flowers finally didn't have a good night tonight. On defense, I think Chidi Awuzie was great. Did have the injury with Wiggins, but man, just some of the flaws really showed up. And so now you're in the stretch run. So now next week you're going against the Squealers. It's Steelers week. We're definitely going to go ahead and talk about that. The Ravens and the Steelers. This is the run now. Next 2 weeks, Steelers, Bengals again in a fortnight. So the division is going to be decided here in the next few weeks. We will see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and root for the Bills on Sunday to beat the Steelers. Real quick, 2 other games. Excellent games earlier in the day. Dallas is resurrecting themselves with that good offense. Another team that's 6-6 is Kansas City as well. So Dallas with the victory today as well. That's one. Yeah, Dallas did win 31-28 in Dallas, beating Kansas City as well. Green Bay getting the victory over Detroit earlier in the game. Detroit had some issues here. Green Bay really looked good, I thought. When Love plays well, they go ahead and win. But I'm serious. Y'all better – every freaking question better be about why Emory Jones is playing on the left side and not the right side, because that's insane. I thought that was completely insane. But anyway, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Goodwill towards the men. We'll be here this week to watch the football. Definitely this week on the regular Ravery Sports podcast that's coming up here. We're going to go over the Orioles as well. Dylan Cease signing with the Blue Jays as well. Talk of the Orioles still with the free agency. Orioles actually might. I think we're going to look at the batting order, right? So we're going to look at how the batting order will look if we were to start right now this week as well. Maryland's going to finish up their season. Maryland basketball. We'll go over all that. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.